Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jade Cargill received a stern warning from WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, who is not happy with what happened to his real-life daughter-in-law Naomi. Cargill returned at Elimination Chamber, Toronto, and took out the Glow even before the chamber match started with a vicious attack. Several months after being sent to the hospital due to an unknown assailant, Cargill was back in Toronto last week before the Women's Elimination Chamber match started. Fans expected her to attack Liv Morgan, but she diverted and attacked the unsuspecting Naomi. On the latest episode of his Off the Top podcast, Rikishi revealed that the entire family was behind Naomi. He commented that he lost respect for Jade Cargill, but was open to listening to both sides in private. Naomi is married to Rikishi's son, Jimmy Uso, making her a real-life member of the bloodline. As for Jade Cargill, she attacked her newest rival again on SmackDown this week following the revelation of the truth. Fans wanted answers for Jade Cargill's action this past Friday on SmackDown in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bianca Belair confronted Naomi about what had happened, with the Glow admitting that she did what she did for WWE's EST. Naomi explained that she thought Cargill was not showing enough to care about her partnership with Belair. She stated that she only did it for Bianca, who walked out of the ring an emotional wreck and went to the back. But before that, Cargill's music hit, and she went after Naomi. She hit her jaded on her newest rival as fans cheered what happened in the ring. It will be interesting to see when the Naomi versus Cargill match could be scheduled. Due to the intense drama and story, it might be worth it to put at WrestleMania 41. In the world of professional wrestling, the line between fiction and reality is often blurred, and emotions run high. Every storyline, every rivalry, and every feud is designed to grab attention and keep fans on the edge of their seats. However, when personal lives intertwine with the business of wrestling, things can quickly escalate. The recent events surrounding WWE superstar Naomi and AEW's Jade Cargill have ignited a firestorm of controversy, one that has forced a wrestling legend to step up and issue a stark warning. Rikishi, a Hall of Famer and a revered figure in WWE, is no stranger to the world of drama and intrigue in wrestling. As a father, a member of the renowned Naomi family, and a respected veteran, Rikishi has seen and experienced his fair share of rivalries. But when it comes to family, there is no room for negotiation, especially when it comes to his daughter-in-law, WWE superstar Naomi. When Jade Cargill took it upon herself to attack Naomi, she crossed a line, one that Rikishi does not take lightly. In this creative piece, we delve into the consequences of Cargill's actions, exploring how the situation spirals out of control and the response from one of the most beloved figures in professional wrestling. The repercussions of this incident may just shake the foundations of both AEW and WWE. Chapter 1. The Incident That Sparked a Storm. It started innocuously enough. Naomi, a multi-time champion in WWE, was in the midst of a high-profile match, one that would solidify her place in the company's top tier. Her charisma, athleticism, and unique in-ring style had earned her legions of fans and respect from her peers. Little did she know that this particular match would lead to one of the most controversial incidents in wrestling history. Jade Cargill, AEW's unstoppable powerhouse, had made headlines ever since her debut. With her dominant in-ring style, remarkable athleticism, and striking looks, she quickly became one of the top stars in AEW. But despite all her accolades and achievements, Cargill's attitude had always been a point of contention. She was brash, cocky, and often seemed to feel as though no one could touch her. That attitude led her to a decision that would put her on a collision course with the Naomi family. After months of hearing about Naomi's accomplishments, Jade grew jealous and envious. She believed that Naomi's success in WWE was a result of favoritism and not talent. To make a statement, Cargill felt the need to invade enemy territory, to make her mark in WWE in a way that no one would forget. The opportunity came during a special crossover event, WWE and the AEW had tentatively agreed to allow a few select superstars from both companies to participate in a unique, one-off special. Naomi, as part of the event, was scheduled to face off against a top WWE talent when disaster struck. Out of nowhere, Jade Cargill made her way to the ring, sliding in and attacking Naomi from behind. The WWE Universe was in shock. Fans watched in disbelief as Cargill pummeled Naomi, tossing her around the ring with unrelenting force. The attack was brutal, sending a clear message that Jade Cargill was not to be taken lightly. Chapter 2. Rikishi steps in backstage. The mood was tense. Naomi, injured from the attack, was receiving medical attention. The WWE officials were scrambling to assess the situation. But as word of the attack spread, the most alarming news came. Rikishi, the proud father-in-law of Naomi, had arrived in the building. Rikishi had always been a quiet force in the wrestling business, but his reputation as a protector of his family was legendary. His sons, the Usos, were some of the most accomplished tag team champions in WWE history, and his influence stretched far beyond the squared circle. As he made his way into the locker room, there was no mistaking the look on his face. This was personal. When he confronted WWE officials, his voice was calm, but his words carried weight. Jade Cargill thinks she can come into our house and lay her hands on my family without consequences, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. This isn't just about Naomi. This is about respect. I will not stand by while she disrespects my bloodline. The officials nodded in agreement, but they knew the situation had escalated far beyond a simple WWE angle. Rikishi wasn't just angry, he was hurt. Naomi was like a daughter to him. His immediate family was now in danger, and no one would get away with attacking his loved ones without facing repercussions. Chapter 3. The warning to Jade Cargill. The wrestling world, meanwhile, was buzzing with anticipation. Fans from both AEW and WWE were eager to see what would unfold next. The tension between the two companies was palpable, and the rivalry between Naomi and Jade Cargill had officially gone beyond the confines of wrestling television. Cargill had made a name for herself by being dominant, but now she had stirred the hornet's nest. The next week on AEW Dynamite, Jade Cargill made her way to the ring, holding the TBS championship proudly over her shoulder. She was full of swagger, but there was a flicker of unease in her eyes. Cargill had heard the rumblings, the whispers about the Naomi family, and most importantly, the warning from Rikishi. In a surprise move, Cargill addressed the WWE fans, knowing that her actions had caught the attention of the entire wrestling world. I don't need permission to do what I want, she declared, her voice dripping with confidence. Naomi's time in WWE is up. She's weak, and I showed the world that I'm stronger. And as for Rikishi, he's just another old man living in the past. If he wants a piece of me, I'll give him one. This statement sent shockwaves through the wrestling community. Cargill had just challenged one of the most respected legends in the business. The gauntlet had been thrown down, and it was clear that this was no longer just about Naomi. It was now about legacy, respect, and the battle for dominance between two wrestling families. Chapter 4. A Father's Wrath. Rikishi's response came swiftly. He released a statement through social media, and in typical Rikishi fashion, it was a direct and unfiltered message. I've fought battles all over the world. I've fought in the streets, I've fought in arenas, and I've fought for my family. But what Jade Cargill doesn't understand is this. You never mess with my bloodline. You may have the muscle, but you lack the heart and soul that the Naomi family carries with us. Rikishi's words were laced with emotion. There was no bravado, no swagger, just the raw intensity of a father who would stop at nothing to protect his own. The warning was clear. Jade Cargill had made a mistake, and it would not go unpunished. The wrestling world was now on the edge of their seats. What would happen next? Would Cargill back down, or would she continue to press forward, challenging a legend in front of millions of fans? Chapter 5. The Ultimate Showdown. The ultimate confrontation took place at a special WWE vs. AEW crossover event. The tension was thick as fans from both companies filled the arena, eager to witness the clash between Rikishi and Jade Cargill. The stage was set, and it was clear that this match was more than just about titles or bragging rights. It was about respect. Jade Cargill entered the ring first, her confidence unwavering. She paced around the ring, waiting for her opponent. Then the lights dimmed, and the iconic sound of Rikishi's entrance music hit. The crowd erupted in cheers as the Hall of Famer made his way to the ring, wearing his signature attire and a look of fierce determination on his face. The atmosphere was electric. Cargill taunted Rikishi, smirking as she tried to get into his head. But Rikishi wasn't having it. As the bell rang, the two locked up in the center of the ring, and the battle began. The match was brutal. Rikishi, despite his age, was a seasoned and skilled competitor. He used his years of experience to ground Cargill, punishing her with hard-hitting strikes and throwing his massive frame into her with the force of a freight train. Cargill, however, was no slouch. She fought back fiercely, using her speed and power to try and take Rikishi down. But it was clear that the heart of a father was too much for her to handle. As the match neared its climax, Rikishi set up for his signature move, the Samoan drop. With a mighty roar, he hoisted Cargill into the air and slammed her into the mat, the impact sending shockwaves through the arena. The referee counted to 3, and the bell rang. Rikishi stood victorious, but this wasn't just a victory for him. It was a victory for family, for legacy, and for respect. Jade Cargill may have been a dominant force in AEW, but she had just learned the hard way that some things, family, honor, and legacy, are not to be trifled with. Epilogue, lessons learned. Jade Cargill, though defeated, learned a valuable lesson that night. In the world of professional wrestling, there are things that go beyond titles and championships. Respect, legacy, and family run deep, and those who cross the line will face the consequences. For Rikishi, it was another chapter in a storied career. But this time, it wasn't just about wrestling. It was about protecting what mattered most. He had sent a message, not just to Jade Cargill, but to the world. When it comes to family, there is no compromise. And for Naomi, she could rest easy knowing that the NOI family would always have her back, no matter the challenges ahead. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.